Hello guys and welcome back. So I decided that we're going to do a short little tutorial on like a little mini 25 by 25 square Graphghan. These are for the people who don't want to jump into like a big blanket for their first time doing a Graphghan. So I figured we would do something like this. So we're only going to be using 3 different colors. So you're going to need a blue, a yellow, and a white. So you're going to need 1 yellow bobbin. You're going to need 6 blue and 6 white. So we're going to start with the white color. And this graph is going to start from the bottom. So we're going to chain 25 or 26 chains. If you look at the color blocks, you're going to have 25 stitches in your first chain. So take your white and we're going to do a slip knot. I'm using a 4.5mm hook and we're going to chain 26. Okay, so that's 26. So this is considered your foundation chain. So now we're going to start row 1 and we're going to do 25 single crochets. You're going to go into that first stitch there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so single crochet all the way to the end. So you should have 25 single crochets in this foundation. So at the end of each row you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn. So that was row 1. So I normally just highlight the row once I'm done. So now we're going to go on to row 2 and you're going to do 25 single crochets. Going into that first stitch there. So do 25 single crochets across. So I did my 25 single crochets. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn my work. So that was row 2. And if you go back to the chart, you'll see row 1, row 2. So if you want, you can cross it out. Apparently I can't. No. Oh. Okay, so I can't do it on here. But yeah, you can cross out row 1, row 2. I prefer the color blocks because it already has the counted stitches for you in the color that you need. So for row 3, we're going to do 8 white stitches. So going into that first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now don't finish that 8 stitch. Okay, we're going to bring in a blue bobbin. So if you look at row 3, we're going to do 4 blue. So make sure you give it a generous tail, and we're going to finish that 8th stitch with the blue. Give that white a little tug. So now we're going to do 4 blue. So 1, working over that tail, 2, 3, 4. Put the tail behind, as well as your bobbin. So now we're going to need a white, and we're going to do 1 white stitch, finishing off that 4th blue stitch. Okay, so that's 1 white. Gonna need a blue. You're gonna do 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't finish that 4th stitch. And then to end row 3, you're going to do a white bobbin, and you're going to do 8 white stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain 1 and turn. Now sometimes your bobbins will get a little tangled. Just have to untangle them. Okay, so that's what it should look like. So for row 4, we're going to do 7 white, going into that 1st stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't finish that 7th. So sometimes in a Graphghan you are going to have to carry a bobbin over, which means I need that blue over here. So I need to do 2 blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish that white stitch with the blue. I'm going to give it a little bit of slack, go into that white stitch, and then there's this bar right here that you created when you brought that bobbin over. I go underneath it into my next stitch and I push it up, because if you don't do that, you're gonna have like gaps of white. So like that's gonna happen. So I always make sure I go underneath that bar, but as well as grabbing that tail, going into that stitch and pushing it, and then that tail goes back behind. So I like to walk up my tails, and what that means is I will grab my tail every time I come up to it and put it into the next row, and that way I'm kind of weaving it into my project as I go. So we did 2 blue, so now we're going to do 2 white, so you're going to need a new bobbin. Okay, so finish that blue stitch and do 1, 2. So now we need to do 3 blue. So I'm going to take this blue and we're going to bring it over, because we need 3. So 1, 2, 3. So you can cut off this white one. Make sure you're leaving a tail. Okay. So taking this blue, bring it over, give it slack, and working in those stitches. So we need 3 blue, 1, 2. If you see that gap, just pull on your white there. So under that bar, picking up my tail and finishing that stitch. Okay, so that's 3 blue. And now we need 2 white. So another bobbin. So 1, 2. And then you're going to need a blue bobbin. And we're going to do 2 blue. So you're going to do that 1 blue stitch here. So now we need to pick up our white, because we have 7 white to do after. So you want to pick up that white bobbin, go into the white stitch, and pull through. So that's 2 blue. And now you have your white where you want it. So now you're going to do 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chain 1, and this is what it should look like so far. So now you're going to turn your work. Okay. So again, just get your bobbins all situated. So now we're on the right side of the project. Okay, so now we're going to do 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do 1 blue. You're going to finish that white, go under that bar, pick up your tail, and into that blue stitch, and then you put it behind. That's 1. Going to do 4 white. Okay, so we have a blue stitch here, so bring your white bobbin over, give it slack, under, in. So 1, under, grab that tail, 2, 3, pick up that blue bobbin, blue tail, and go into that blue stitch, and that's 4 white. So if you put the white bobbin and tail behind, you're all ready for the blue. I'm going to do 1 blue, put in that behind. I'm going to do 4 white. So we have a blue stitch here. Finish that blue stitch, give it slack. So 1 under that bar, grab that tail, 2, 3, pick up the blue, that's 4, I'm going to do 1 blue, and to finish row 5, you're going to do 7 white. Again, going under that bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1, and you're going to turn. So that's what it should look like so far. So we're basically just going to repeat that sequence that we just did. So we're going to turn. So 7 white. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do 1 blue. So under, grab that tail, go into that blue stitch, and push it up. And do 4 white. Under that bar, pick up that tail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, going to do 1 blue. Under the bar, grab that blue tail. 4 white. One, 2, 3, 4. One blue. under, grab that tail, and finish row 6 with 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chain 1, and that's what that should look like so far. And turn. So we're going to repeat that again. So 7 white, going to do 1 blue, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 white, sorry, 1 blue, 4 white. So you can keep working over this tail if you'd like to, or if you think it's weaved in enough, you can also cut it off. I'm going to try and get it in there one more time. So 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can cut off that little tail there. Going to do 1 blue, and 7 white, chain 1, and that's what it's looking like so far. And turn. Row 7, going to be the same sequence. So 7 white, 1 blue, 4 white, 1 blue. So I'm going to cut off these tails because I do feel like I've weaved them in enough. So 1 blue, white, one blue, and 7 white, okay, so that's what it should look like for now. So that was row 7. Now row 8, we're going to turn. So we're going to do 3 white, 1, 2, 3. Now we need to do 6 blue. So now it's up to you. You can either start a new blue bobbin here, or you can take the existing one that we have and bring it over. Now if you're not comfortable with bringing this all the way over, you could just start a new bobbin, but make sure you give yourself some slack. So we're going to do 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how I'm pushing that bar up every time I do that stitch. 5. Pick up that white. And 6. I'm going to do 3 white, 1, 2, 3, 1 blue, 3 white, 1, 2, 3. I need to do 6 blue. So we're going to bring this bobbin over. I'm going to go into that white stitch. So 1 under that bar, grab that tail if you still have one. So that's 2. I'm going to grab the white, so I'm going to grab that white bobbin and carry it with us for the remaining stitches. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we can just finish the row with our white and do 3 white. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. And that's what yours should look like. So row 9, we're going to turn. Okay, So now we're going to do 2 white, 1, 2, 2 blue, going underneath into that white stitch, 1 under that bar, so that's 2 blue. So you need a white bobbin, I'm going to do 4 white stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the reason why I didn't bring this white one over is because we would have had a blue one kind of tucked in. So now you need a blue bobbin. And we're going to do 2 blue, 1, pick out that white, 2, 2 white, 1, 2, 1 blue, 2 white, 2 blue. So we're going to bring that bobbin over under that loop. We're going to do 1, 2, 'Need a white bobbin, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to need a blue bobbin. And do 2 blue, 1, pick up that white, 2, and 2 white stitches to end row 9. Chain 1, so that's what it should look like so far. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. So turn your work. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 white, 1, 2, and do 1 blue. Make sure you're still picking up that tail and walking it up. So 1 blue, and do 6 white, so under into that blue stitch, 1 under, grab that white tail, That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up that blue. 6 white. And do 2 blue. 1. Pick up that white. 2. 1 white. 1 blue. 1 white. 2 blue. So going under that loop, going into that white stitch. 1 under that loop, grab that tail. That's 2. And do 6 white. Under that loop, into that blue stitch first. 1 under that bar, grab that tail. 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab that blue. 6. And do 1 blue. 2 white. Chain 1. It's coming along. So that was row 10. So this row, for row 11, you're going to need your yellow bobbin. Turn. Two white. 1 blue. 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick out that blue. 7. And clip off that tail. 1 blue. 'So now we're going to do 3 yellow. So if you count it, 1, 2, 3. So you can work over all of these and then we're going to pick up that blue one. One, two, three. So you can go ahead and cut off this bobbin, this white one, and the blue one. Gonna do one blue, seven white, under that bar, into the blue stitch, under the bar, grabbing that tail, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and cut off that tail. One blue, two white, chain 1, and that ends row 11. So now you want to turn. So now we're going to do 2 white, two blue, one, pick up that white, 2, 6 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 5 yellow. So going into that blue stitch, 1, under that bar, 2, 3, 4, don't pick up that blue, go straight into that stitch, and that's 5. So you can cut off this blue bobbin and this blue bobbin. You're going to do 6 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two blue, going into that white stitch, 1, into that blue, that's 2, and 2 white, 1, 2, chain 1. You can see how it's coming along. So that was row 12. So then turn. Row 13, I'm going to do 3 white, 1, 2, I want to pick up that blue, so that's 3 white, I'm going to do 7 blue, we're not going to pick up that white bobbin because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you go right up to that yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going to do 5 yellow. Under that bar, pick out that tail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna do 7 blue. You can cut off that white bobbin. So again, you can either start a new blue bobbin, or you could bring this one all the way over. If you do, just give it some slack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 3 white. Chain 1. So that's 1/2 of the daisy. So that was row 13. So for row 14, we're going to turn. Going to do 2 white, 2 blue, 'Gonna need your white bobbin. Gonna do 6 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Five yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why I like to walk up my yarn, like my tails, because once it gets too short, you don't see it anymore, and I don't have to weave it in because I brought it up each row. So now we're going to do 6 white, 'So for this one, I know I'm going to need 2 blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to carry this blue bobbin all the way across. So pick up the blue bobbin and working over the white tail and the blue, you're going to do 6 white. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That white goes behind, and your blue is there for the 2 blues. So 1, pick up that white, 2. 2 white, 1, 2, chain 1. So that was row 14. Row 15. Row 15, we're going to do 2 white, 1 blue, 7 white, going under that bar into that blue stitch. Under that bar, grab that white. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need a blue bobbin. I'm going to do 1 blue. Pick up that yellow. 3 yellow. 1, 2, 3. You can cut off that bobbin. Gonna need a blue. And do 1 blue. Gonna do 7 white. Under that bar, grab that tail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pick up that blue, 7, 1 blue, 2 white. Okay, so that's what that should look like for now. So row 16. We're going to do 2 white, 1 blue, 6 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 blue. So going into that white stitch first, 1 under that loop, grab your tail and into that blue stitch. Okay, so 2 blue. You're going to need a white. And do 1 white. You need a blue. And do 1 blue. And 1 white. Two blue. So under that bar, grab that tail. So 1. Grab that white. So that's 2 blue. 6 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 blue. 2 white. 1, and that's what it should look like. So now we're going to turn. This is the only time that you will have all of your bobbins on. So now we're going to do 2 white. 2 blue. 1, pick up that white bobbin. 2, and do 4 white. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 blue. 'Under that bar, grab that tail. That's 2 blue. 2 white. So into that blue stitch. Under that bar, grab that white tail. So that's 2 white. 1 blue. So under that bar, grab that tail and then go into that blue stitch, and that kind of just locks in that single stitch there. Two white. So again, under, grab that tail, go into that stitch, so that's one, and grab that blue bobbin, that's two white, and do two blue, pick up that white bobbin, four white, one, two, three, four, two blue, and two white. And there you go. So that was row 17. You want to turn. Row 18. We're going to do three white, one, two, pick up that blue, three, gonna do six blue, one, two, three, four, five, six. So you can cut off these two bobbins here. Three white, so under into that blue stitch, one under that bar, pick up that tail, two, three, one blue, under the bar, grab that tail, that's one blue, three white, one, two, grab that blue, that's three, we're going to do six blue, one, two, three, four, five, six, and cut off this blue bobbin and the white, We're going to do 3 white, 1, 2, 3, and we're getting there, and turn, row 19, going to do 7 white, 2, 3, going to carry the blue bobbin here, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do 1 blue, 4 white, 'Going under that loop into that blue stitch, 1 under that bar, grab the tail, 2, 3, 4, 1 blue, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, pick up that blue, 4, 1 blue, 'And then we're going to bring over this white bobbin. Remember to give it some slack. We're going to do 7 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and turn. And we're pretty much going to repeat that for the next 2 rows. Okay, so 7, so that's 7 white, 1 blue, 4 white, 1 blue, 4 white, 1 blue, and 7 white, okay, so we're just going to repeat that one more time. So 7 white, 1 blue, 4 white, 1 blue, 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, cut off the tail, one white, sorry, 1 blue, 7 white. Okay, so row 22. I'm going to do 7 white, and then you're going to do 2 blue, so 1, pick up that white, 2, 2 white, okay, and do 3 blue, so into that white, grab that blue tail, and pick up the white bobbin, That's 3 blue, 2 white, 2 blue, 7 white. Okay, so row 23 now. We're going to do 8 white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pick up that blue, 8, 4 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this situation, you could, because I need 1 white, so instead of putting a white bobbin there and giving me another tail, I could pick up this white. So 2, 3, 4, and then that way I have my white bobbin here, because I need to do 1 white, and then 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 8 white. So you can cut off these 2 bobbins. And turn. You can also cut off all these bobbins but this white one. So now for the next 2 rows, you're just going to do plain white, which is 25 stitches across. So if you guys got to the end, you guys can definitely tackle any Graphghan that is, you know, any that you want to do. And it's basically the same thing for half double crochet as well. but I really like walking up my tails because it just ensures that I weaved them in without actually having to weave them in. And then the ones that are hanging, you just have to weave them in with a tapestry needle. So you would do another row of 25. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. Like I said, if you can do this, you guys can do any Graphghan. So you just cut off that tail. And there you go. So now you would just weave in all these ends, which I will show you in a separate video. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too hard, and I'll see you in the next video.